My name is Nathan Coley. I'm an artist based here in Glasgow. I was born in Glasgow and brought up here, and I'm a graduate of Glasgow School of Art. I would always describe myself as being an artist based in Glasgow. I think my work has a sense of kind of politics and a sense of the world, and I think also a kind of sense of humour, which is very specific to the west coast of Scotland. I think of myself as being a trusted editor. I guess the creative process is more one of retuning rather than making. I find the texts everywhere from conversations with taxi drivers, from existent pieces of literature, lyrics from popular songs, or pieces of graffiti I find in cities that I don't live in. I want the phrase at Charleston to be loved, and I also want it and expect it to be hated at the same time. I don't have another land is a phrase that I found in Jerusalem many years ago. It was a piece of graffiti on a wall, and I guess the phrase has been kicking around my mind and in notebooks ever since, looking for a home. We think words define meaning and are fixed locations and points, but actually, of course, they're much more tentative than that, and it's your interpretation and your values and your history and your beliefs that you impose on the phrase that gives it some kind of meaning for you. I think in Charleston it could be read as being setting up a conversation about the environment and the landscape in Sussex. It could also be perhaps read as being words from Duncan Grant or one of the other artists associated with the Bloomsbury Group. So Duncan Grant and Vanessa Bell at Charleston created this other world for themselves away from London to enable them to create what would at that time be called an alternative lifestyle. And maybe the phrase is from one of his letters to a friend saying, I am who I am, I can't hide or seek to falsify my sexuality or my attitudes, and I need to be able to find space to be who I want to be. But it might also be something that directs us towards the idea of conflict or war or terrorism. Maybe it's saying where your idea of place and sovereignty comes into conflict with my idea of place and sovereignty, that's the moment where war happens. The sculptures are propositions. They very consciously know that you're looking at them in a space which is contested and not private. I very simply give power to these words. I elevate them to being more important than others to see what happens.